Okay, so the time has come where we're going to redevelop or rebuild the helm seat area. A lot of you have probably noticed, I don't know if we've talked about it so much, maybe a little bit, but this is not the original helm seat. This someone had bolted on before we bought the boat, so basically just so the boat could be moved around, and we've just lived with it ever since because we haven't had the time, and yeah, it's just one of those things we haven't got around to because it does work, but it doesn't look very good and it's not very practical. And we always end up stuffing a load of
crap.
Yeah, a load of stuff we don't need gets wedged under there. So it always looks like a mess. So one of the things, we have had a life raft on the end here, which is completely out of date. Came with the boat, probably don't want to accidentally pull that though.
Yeah, don't accidentally pull that.
Could be funny for the video, but that's not the plan for today. We do still have a life raft there, which we are actually planning on maybe doing something fun with that. Maybe we will inflate it. Anyone got any ideas for a fun video with that thing? Let us know what you think. We've got to have some fun with it, and I don't want to just throw it in the trash. No. Obviously, we'll get rid of it at the end once we've done something fun with it, but leave us some ideas, guys. So, this brings us back anyway to the helm seat. Just got lots of bits of tape on it to stop water leaking through to the bedroom. This thing's screwed in here. So, to let you know, we have actually managed to acquire a helm seat off of a Mahi 36.
This came off of the donor boat down in the Dominican Republic.
Correct.
If you recall, when we did that trip.
Back in Lupron, yeah. So we were in Lupron, but we found this on the other coast. So we do have this seat, but we don't have the posts to make it sit down there. So what we've decided, we're going to multi-purpose this. Let's pop it up there and see what it's going to look like anyway now that... Going to end up sitting.
It's a bit bigger, which is good.
It's definitely bigger, so two of us can sit on it. We've even got a nice cushion, haven't we, made for this?
Yeah.
To match the other ones.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it's going to be. But to multi-purpose also, what with this being it's just a small boat. You've seen in a few episodes, Erica's got a little washing machine, little washer spinner, little 110 thing. It's absolutely fantastic. Thanks again, Michael, sending us that. That was a while back actually. We're in Lupron. And it's still going strong and works great, but we don't want to carry it in and out, and it just takes up storage space inside. So we've decided to build
a box,
a washing machine box underneath. And the idea will be, obviously this is just, I've got to get some hinges and the box. This will tip forward, if you will, to something like this. Feel balanced. And that will leave a box area here which will have the washing machine in, maybe a little bit of storage on the end because the box is obviously going to be bigger than the washing machine.
The bucket.
So maybe we'll get a bucket in there, some washing supplies, cleaning supplies for cleaning the boat, that sort of stuff. So it'll have some drains in the bottom. It'll actually be fixed down properly.
But it will be watertight, so the washing machine
what's this noise that we get every time this helm seat moves? Yeah. I know I can't recreate it. But anyway, it squeaks.
It is.
Yeah. So I've got a buddy who's got some Kusa board, type of fiberglass board that I haven't worked with before. I've worked with similar stuff but never this brand before. And I've got a sheet of that, which is an 8x4 sheet. I've done some drawings and some measurements, and I think I can get all the parts I need from the box from one sheet. So I think this morning I'll go get that, cut that up, start to make the box, and then we can engineer this in. What do you reckon, babe? We happy?
Yep.
Still get the same sort. Got to think about where we put it as well for foot spacage and stuff. All right, it's builder. All right, we got it loose. That was so easy.
It doesn't look that heavy.
No, it's not. It's light. It's made of aluminium. But anyway, what I want to do, I'm going to put this. So I've got to work out the exact position of the box. We kind of have to get some measurements now that everything is movable.
So storage is one thing on a boat. You got to find creative ways.
Is that far enough over? It's in line with that. That does work, doesn't it? I think he's right. I think I might bring the box over.
Yeah.
If I clean up this stuff, glass up these bits, go get the hinges, then go get the box.
Yeah.
Bring it all over here. Then it'll just be one more glassing trip.
Yeah.
Take it back to the beach.
Well, because we got to glass out these holes
that's
here.
what I mean by I can do that clean up now. And then the box can be put in place.
And we have a few friends here who could be possibly interested in this seat, so we don't want to just throw it away. Hopefully someone will be able to use it.
Store it. Now look at that, fishing. New fishing platform, we just screw it onto the engine hatch.
No. A waste of tape marks.
Huh?
What a tape mark.
I know, that's hard to get off as well, especially that one, it's sticky as
Google.
hell. Yeah. It might be an Erica job, that one. Alright, so as I've shown you on the boat, we're building this, what is it, like a helm seat basically, but it's also somewhere obviously for Erica to put the washing machine in. So this is the start of the box. I didn't start filming this morning, but I actually got a sheet of Kusa board, 1/4 inch thick. I went across to a buddy's boat who had the material. We cut it there and I brought it back, and I forgot to start filming. So I've actually started making the box. Here we go, let's have a little look. So this is the box itself. At the moment, I've got little tabs on the outside there. That's just to hold the shape together while I start to glass it. So the actual helm seat itself will go on the top. This will open it up, and then there'll be a washing machine and powders and all that sort of goodness will be inside it. So this is the rough part of the box. As I said, I've put the fixing points on there just to keep the shape, and I've just very roughly tabbed it this afternoon, just with some epoxy tabs and some I think it's like 10-ounce glass, just some thin stuff. But that, just by putting that on, means I can take these off and then I can start to do all of the strengthening work. Obviously the box, you can't just tab it together just like that because it will be way too flimsy. Even though this stuff is super strong, I need to strengthen it up from the inside. So now that's dried off a bit, I can unscrew all these bits and pieces from the outside. And then I'm going to be putting in same material actually I used on the hard top. It's a small piece of it. I'm going to be using this to put into... Oh, there goes that bit, doesn't it? Once again. Right, I'm going to be using this material to go into the corners on the inside. Obviously I've got to take the screws out first. I'm going to do 1708 and around, so it'll be nicely strongly tabbed, and that should make the box strong enough. There is also a floor that goes in the bottom. Now that floor itself will actually be through bolted into the deck of the boat as well, to give it its actual strength. So let's crack on with this, see if we can strengthen it up a bit. We've only got a couple of days to go until I think it's Hurricane Lee is going to be getting a little bit close to us, closer than we'd like, but we should be good. We're fingers crossed. But I want to get this thing up on the boat because we're going to move the boat somewhere safer. So let's see what we can get done this afternoon.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Alrighty, box is built. So I've done the other side just the same as I did the one that I showed you. If you see here, all four corners are glassed up. So come tomorrow morning, this will all be cured off. I can come back, give the thing a good sand, get the brackets off from the outside, take it to the boat. I still need to do some trimming on the bottom because it's not exactly even. There's a concave on the boat, so I need to actually make sure I can cut this level and even where it's going to go. So let's let this cure overnight and crack on with this tomorrow morning. I think that's it. I'm going to call it a day. Bugs are starting to get to my ankles.
For this angle, it looks huge.
It's going to drop by a couple of inches though.
What do you think so far?
It's about trying to match it to the deck, so I've got to do a scribe line on the bottom. I've got to like up to 3 inches I can cut off. Doing this, now I've got it about as close to level as you can get.
Well, you're on a boat.
Oh, I'm on a boat. I'm way off there. About a centimetre off there at the back.
It'll just hold you into the seat when you're sitting on it.
No, we need to get it right. So we need to jump it up a little bit there. Alright, so box has got to the stage then where I've had it back and forth to the beach a couple of times. I've trimmed the bottom so now it fits the shape of the hull, and being about as plumb as you can get on a boat, obviously before someone makes a comment about using a spirit level on a moving boat. But
it didn't work last time when you tried, did it?
Well, it does kind of work. You just have to pause and you have to go with it. You have to use a lot of eyesight as well.
I think it'll look a lot better once it's painted white as well.
Exactly. So now I've got it to this stage. I'll take that off for a minute. So now we've got it to this stage. This is actually the lid, which will go on like something like so. It's actually that way, I think. Number 1. And then that will open up on some hinges. I've got some hinges now as well, but I haven't put them on yet. So that will be the interior of the box now that the glassing is done, the trimming is done. And what I've actually done here, you'll see that I've actually put a floor in there as well.
Keep my washing machine dry.
Well, it's just also so it's flat, because underneath this floor it's not flat, it's moulded on the boat. So we've got a flat surface, and in each of the 4 corners there is actually a drainage area. So if there's any spillage of water, that water will go through and then it will get onto the deck, and there'll be some little spaces where I don't put in any like 4200 or something like that, some sort of sealant down there to keep it still. This is going to be through bolted as well into the ceiling of the bedroom below.
Maybe using some of those same bolt holes over there before.
We're going to try and line up the same bolt holes. But basically the box is at that stage now where it's ready for a bit of fairing.
Your favourite thing?
Love it. Fairing and sanding, guys. We're back to my favourite. I'm not going to do much in the way of fairing for the inside. We're actually just going to I'm going to give it a bit more of a sand, and I'm going to, just so there's no sharp edges at all, and then the inside will just get painted with some primer and some paint. I think we're going to go with this in white, won't we, babe? So yeah, everything's ready to go. It's nice and strong, nice and ready to go. Time to go. We've actually moved the boat as well. We're actually we're lucky at the moment that Hurricane Lee looks like it's going to pass northwest of us here in the Bahamas, but we have moved ourselves, plus a couple of buddy boats. We've moved into one of our favorite little hidey holes in Red Shanks, and so it's nice flat calm in here because we do a lot of swell on the outside. Yeah. But from here there is an old abandoned industry area, which I'll show you. It looks like an aerodrome or something, some big huge sort of work area with a big concrete floor, and it's all dirty and dusty and old, and it's an industrial place that's been abandoned. So I'm going to take this over there and work on it there so we don't make too much of a mess here, and it keeps any sanding and dust and all that sort of stuff as well. I can clean it up, it's not going to end up in the ocean. Alright, I think we're going to leave it there for this week's episode. Come back, stay tuned for next week, where I will actually 100% finish up the helm seat and have it fully installed for you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, guys.
'Cause I am a barefoot man, barefoot to make my stand. I bare my soul for all the world to see. Yeah. I am a barefoot man, feet planted firmly in the sand. Bare your souls, come along with me. Lose your shoes, lose your blues, come along with me.